I would say for him, if he's having trouble going out and beating guys on the edge and being productive, move him around. I didn't see the Dallas Cowboys putting him in a slot or moving around and putting him in situations to where he can go out and have success.
You got to know the playbook to move around.
So
that's been the issue.
He doesn't know the playbook?
If he knew the playbook,
paying Dez Bryant all this amount of money and he doesn't know the playbook, I don't believe
He's been there like 6 years.
Whoa. You think he's the first receiver that doesn't know the playbook and you have to sit him in one corner and just do this? He's the first player that you've had to do that into the NFL?
No, I'm not saying that he's the first wide receiver, but to sit here and say that he's been in this offense for all of this time.
If he knew the playbook, they would move him around because that's what they do with great receivers that know the playbook.
I can't go with
the team in touchdowns.
I'm not going to make an excuse for him saying that he doesn't know the playbook.
That's not an excuse.
And he's been in his offense for a number of years now. It should basically be like reading a book to him and going on the field and not even thinking and just go out and reacting. He's been in this playbook long enough to know what's going on.
I wonder, and I really wonder this, because Dak was young and took over the team, and there was a little babysitting early. They want to make sure the young guy, and didn't we talk about when the season started, Dez and his big energy could disrupt that? Because Dez and Tony was a big enough leader that Dez sort of listened to Tony. But we all were concerned that Dez was such a star, he could overwhelm Dak. It feels like to me that the coaches have coached Dez a little out of the playbook. They want it to be about Ezekiel, about Dak, about Cole, about Jason.
The offensive line.
Is it possible, not that they don't like him, but that they've given him less?
I disagree.
You disagree?
They targeted him. They targeted him 9 times last night. He just didn't produce anything. And again, I'm going to go back to there are guys that play the game and there are guys that know the game. Dez Bryant, I'm not trying to beat him up, but he's been in the league long enough. If he could do other things, if he could move around from different positions, they would do that to create matchup problems. They don't do it, and the only explanation can be he doesn't know the playbook well enough, and he would not be the first guy to have that be true about.
Plaxico, are we nitpicking? They're 11-2. He leads the team in yards per catch, 16.9, the best of his career. Leads the team in touchdowns. Are we nitpicking Dez Bryant here?
I wouldn't say nitpicking, but from a wide receiver standpoint versus him going out and competing and playing with the energy that we are used to seeing, I don't see it. I don't know what the disconnect is between him, the quarterback, the offensive coordinator, him not knowing the plays, but just from a wide receiver standpoint of him going out and being elite, we're used to seeing an elite Dez Bryant. And from what I'm looking at, he's just not getting the separation and man-to-man coverage is bump and run up in his face, and it looks like to me that he's having a little problem.
He's had injuries. Is it possible he's not the same guy?
That's what happens when age creeps up on you, and that's why you have to know other positions so they can get more creative to get you open.